What's good with y'all, man? So listen, new merch, all right? Check the link in the description. Follow me on IG. Yo, I got this question from a Patreon supporter, and I'm like, let me just bring this to y'all. This would be a good vid for people. Why I stopped chasing women? Why I stopped chasing girls? And you know what? Even further than that, what you guys should do instead, right? So I got a few different things I'm gonna, key in on this one, because there is a particular story of, the last straw, right? I think as men, like, we all have that breaking point where we're like, you know what? That's enough. No more. I'm changing it. Like, I'm changing the game. I'm changing how I move, how I do things. I'm not doing that no more. I had that point, right? But also, guys, here's the other thing. Right? I'm gonna let y'all know something, especially now, of how I move now. I'm gonna let you know how I move now, and how things were before, why I learned what not to do, and that's chasing girls, right? So if you talk to me now, if you ask me this question now, why I don't chase women, here's what I'm gonna tell you. There is an opportunity cost of chasing women, and we're not talking about pursuing, but even then there's an opportunity cost of pursuing women. So if you ask me, if they're not already in my vicinity, right, if they're not already choosing me, if they're not even, if they're not putting in work, guys, if they're not trying to put in any effort, I'm not even going to even give them pursuit vibes. You can't even get pursuit vibes from me right now. Now you can't. Because like I said, guys, there's an opportunity cost to chasing a woman. There's an opportunity cost of the time that you spend on women. And this is what a lot of you guys don't understand. Now, when I was younger, and some of you younger guys, you can be like, you know what, man, you got time on your hands, and you feel like, hey, I got this time on my hands, I might as well, right? You in school, or, you around these girls on your campus, and you like, man, forget it, bro. They all out here. They throwing booty. Might as well. Go ahead and partake, bro. Go ahead and partake. But I'm going to tell you something. When you want to start taking your life seriously, you let me know. Right? You let yourself know. Let yourself know when you want to start taking your life seriously. Because, I've said this before. Hey, guess how many hours there are in a day? There's 24 of them joints. And everybody get the same amount of time. Everybody on this planet, I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you mine rocks for a living, right? I don't care if you an OnlyFans girl. Everybody get the same amount of time. Everybody gets the same amount of time. Now, when you start thinking about how much time you spending, and not just time, guys, effort, energy. When you start thinking about that, and it's like, you know what? I'm spending all this time thinking about this girl, number one. Number two, is she even interested in me? Number three, man, you know what? Why I'm giving her all this energy and she don't even reciprocate? Like I'm sitting here writing this girl a paragraph, some of you guys, and she'll respond with like what? A one word, sure. I'd really like to take you out, and I know this new place that's just open, and they got great food. I'd love to take you out and show you there, man. We have a great time together. Okay. You get that kind of energy back when you chasing them. Or better yet, guess what? Like my video when I told you my beta mistakes I made in my past. Oh man, you might get left on red. Right? She might not even open the message. She gonna see it. She sees it, guys. You see the notifications on your phone. These girls will make excuses to you, talking about I was busy. Oh, this, oh, that. Women are just so involved with their phone. Their phone is always on them. There is no way you did not see that. They saw it, bro. They know it. But because you're coming at them with this chasing energy, it's completely turning them off. Completely turns them off. But back to this, guys. Back to this. Opportunity cost we talking. The time that you have in the day and you sit there and use it for them. Guys, when you reach a certain level, I'm going to tell you something. You start thinking about, you know what? When you plan your day, you're like, you know what? The time that I spend doing this, I could have earned this amount of money. So now it's a battle of the time that I have in this day, which is only 24 hours. I'm going to the gym, right? I'm sleeping, right? I'm doing whatever job I have or whatever, whatever responsibility I have to making money. And then there's a certain amount of time left, some leisure, time to eat, whatever else you got to do, errands. You got this amount of time left, right? For any guy can get value out of this right now. You're like, you know what? The amount of time that I spend chasing this girl, going on dates with her, or trying to even go on dates with her, right? Trying to go on dates. You might sit here, text this girl back and forth, hours of time spent in text for weeks upon weeks. You haven't even been out with this girl yet. Meanwhile, what's happening? Somebody is clapping them cheeks. Somebody's clapping them. Somebody is. And instead of spending all that time, guys, trying to get her out or trying to play this whole chase game, you could have been what? Putting it towards more ideas, or putting it towards what you already do to make money. You could have made more money. So I sit here and think, you know what? The time that I would spend on a date with you, and let's say it was successful, like I clapped the cheeks. Let's say it takes, hour just out, hour or two. Go back to your crib. That's another hour of clapping and, foreplay and all that stuff. 3-4 hours of time. And then you're going to want me to stay over because you don't want me to just leave. You don't want me to leave, baby. You don't want me to leave. Any woman watching this, you're not going to want me to leave. Because you probably going to want me to clap you again in the morning. But I got stuff to do. Right? So 3-4 hours it takes the whole time. Right? Okay, well, you know what? I could have made possibly, a few $1,000s maybe? Some of you guys, you got to start thinking like that. I could have made a couple racks instead of being out here with you. That's the opportunity cost of chasing women. That's the opportunity cost. That's how I think now. Now, back in the day, I tell you the story of when I stopped. Just like, I was like, you know what? I had enough. Right? When I think I was probably like 14. I was probably like 14, 15, right? Where I'm sitting here, bro, I had a crush on this girl. Dominican girl. Man, I'm like, yo, she was just my type. Curly hair. She was like 5'7", nice athletic build. She was curvy too, curly dark hair. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, I was ready to just bust just thinking about her when I was a jit, right? When I was a jit, boy, I was ready to bust just thinking about her. I like that girl, bro. I got her number. I'm sitting here like, bro, I gotta prove to her that I'm not like these other guys. I'm like, I gotta come at her a different way. I gotta have a different approach to this girl, man. I'm gonna get out with her. Like, it's gonna be a match made in heaven type stuff. I was on this kind of energy with this girl, right? Now, even back then, I was like, you know what? Like, there were still girls that I'm like, okay, cool. Easy girls. I'm like, okay, the easy girls that get passed around, that's them. But I never heard word of her in the streets, right? So I'm like, okay, I want this girl, right? So I'm sitting here spending time with her, like, and then she's sitting here, whenever I try to escalate, we go to the playground or whatever, in the community area or whatever, community center, there's a playground. We chilling over there and stuff, try to escalate and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm grabbing, I'm filling up, all kinds of things, we kissing, and then I get stopped. I'm like, dang, I'm almost there. Next day, we do the same thing. Same progression happens. We go to the community center, playground area. We just chilling. Same thing happens. I get stopped, right? The next day, the same thing happens. We're chilling, escalating. I get stopped. Same thing happens. I'm like, all right. Why do I keep getting stopped? Why am I continuously, now the whole time, guys, I'm texting this girl throughout the whole day. I'm sitting here like, I'm trying to head to the cafeteria early to get my food so I can sit there and eat with her, because our lunch schedule is different periods. I'm like sitting here trying to get in early so I can, eat with her while she's finna leave and chill with her for a second. I'm doing all this stuff, guys. Texting her throughout the night. We talking on the phone for hours upon hours every night going to sleep. Bruh. Party that weekend, right? Party that weekend. This was probably like one of the first few parties I think I went to when I was a freshman in high school. Bruh, I show up to the party, man. Right? I see some of my friends. I'm like, oh, yo, you seen so-and-so? I'm not going to say her name. You seen so-and-so? They're like, bro, I got something to tell you. I'm like, what? He's like, bro, it's a guy from a different school, right? He starts talking to her. Within minutes, they were making out. He's telling me this stuff, right? He's telling me this stuff. Within minutes, they were making out, bruh. And then they went to the garage. Man, all the rumor that was spread was that dude was clapping cheeks in the garage. He clapped her in the garage, bro. Clapped her in the garage. First time meeting her. At the party. Right? So this girl, right? And obviously it's like, oh, well, some of y'all be like, well, he could have just been saying that. Like, this was my boy, right? He was my boy. And I believed him, but I still needed to see. So I'm like going around the party, whatever. We chilling and stuff, going around the party. I'm doing my own thing, right? It's cool. I'm still talking to other girls. It's fine. But that's only because I was just so disappointed in that. And I ended up seeing her with this guy. They were making out, like posted up on the wall in a room or something, making out. I'm like, so I assume the rumors are true, right? And a few people mentioned, oh, did y'all hear blah, blah, blah in the garage? Man, they was fucking and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, done. That was when I reached my break. I was like, bro, I'm done. I ain't chasing. She was just like the rest of these girls. I had no business trying to chase that. I had no business trying to put in effort with that, right? And that was when I was younger. I had a bunch of time on my hands, man. A lot of you guys have a bunch of time on your hands. If I had the mindset that I have now, when I was like 14, and not that it really mattered, right? I was still focused as far as, what I had to do in that moment. But all that time and energy I put towards her, I could have at least put it towards what? Enjoying myself, right? Or actually like developing other skills that I could have used maybe now, right? So this is to say to you guys, hey man, that time that you have, bro, put it towards something useful. Don't spend it towards chasing a girl, especially if she turns out to be just like the rest of them. Right, that girl turned out to be just like the rest of them. I'm like, bro, all this time and energy I put towards it, I learned my lesson. That was like, guys, that was the last time I ever just like flat out chased a girl. Like I would try to be in the places where she was at to see her instead of chasing girls. I want y'all to think in terms of this. You know what? Think about the times where you felt the need to chase a girl, chase a woman. Now, think in terms of the guy that she's chasing. Put yourself in that guy's shoes. What do you think he's doing? And this is what you guys need to start doing instead of chasing him. Do this. How about you apply yourself to be better, to be the guy that gets chased? What does he have? Right? What does the guy that's getting chased by women have? And I want you guys to mirror yourselves after that, but only only in your kind of space. You know what I'm saying? Because there are certain things that, like, guys, we're all born with a different set of cards. You know what I mean? Some of you guys aren't in the best shape that you want to be in, though. But you can be. There are certain things you can change about yourself to put you in a category of the guy that gets chased by women. I'm not making the income level, I'm not at the income level that a guy that gets chased by women would be at. I don't dress the part, right? I don't groom myself enough to be like, I don't hold myself in that esteem. That's all this stuff coincides, guys, because when you start putting yourself in that category, you're going to start taking better care of yourself. You going to start exercising, hitting the gym more, right? You going to start dressing better. You're going to start looking better. You're going to put in the necessary work, the necessary effort to be that guy that women chase. And in order to do so, you got to stop chasing them. You got to pull away from the women. This is going to create a whole shift in energy where it's like, you know what? I'm not even like looking at y'all like that right now because I'm too focused on myself. I got to boss up myself so that these women feel a need to chase me, not the other way around. Not the other way around. And you only get there when you do put in that time. It's going to take time. It's going to take time, but better to put that time towards you and your development, developing yourself, developing your skill set, developing your attributes, right? So she sees you as the prize. That's what you got to do. There is no way, guys, there is no way around that. That's what I learned. There is no way around that. You have to put in the work. So guess what? The flaws that you have, right? The things that you can work on, at least the things that you can change, you got to change them. There's too many guys making excuses. There's too many guys making excuses. Some of y'all just chase girls just because you're afraid to actually see what it's like on the other side. You're afraid to see what it's like on the other side. You don't want to put in the work to see what it's like on the other side. You have to put in the work. There is no magic serum for that, right? You have to do it. That's it. You have to do it. And when you start going through that process, you're going to be less thirsty. You're going to get way more choosing signals. You're going to get these girls chasing you. You're going to get girls hitting you up. When can I see you? Are you free this day? It sounds like you are the one it sounds like you're getting chased by women, don't it? It sounds like you're in the shoes of a female that's getting chased by guys, except the roles are flipped in your favor. That's how it should be when you put in that work on yourself. That's how it's supposed to be when you take all that time and energy, you put it towards yourself to build yourself up, build your resources, right? That's how it's going to be. That's exactly how it's going to be.